Well, hello there. Welcome to 100% LCFC. It's Monday night. It's the fan zone with me, Phil. Hopefully you can hear me. If somebody could put in there, say, yes, we can feel you. That's great. I put the link out there already. If anybody wants to join us, just click on the link. I've shared it on a few fan groups, and I've certainly shared it in this post earlier today. So if anybody wants to join us, do come on. The more fans, the merrier. I'm going to get a few shout outs to people. Scott Chapman is saying spending more money than you make doesn't make a good transfer window. Darren Waters says, I have a rule that anybody who mentions Love Island gets blocked for 30 days. So bye-bye, I expected better of a football site. Oh, bless. Hurry up, Love Island is on at 9, says Liam Boyle. Well, there we go. Have we sold anybody apart from Merez? Says Rob McFarlane. And Nathan is saying hi. Imtiaz, hi Imtiaz, thanks for watching. Saying Deadwood needs getting out. Nathan is saying when's the clear out starting. Hi to Stephen, thanks for watching. Reese is watching loud and clear. He says that's great. Hello to Tia and hello to Rob. Loads and loads of people watching. Stephen Price and Karen, thanks for letting us know. Now I've got a list of things we can talk about here, but as ever, not going to start with any of that because I want to know. Terry's making me laugh. Now look, Terry, this is probably your stream. We all know that Terry's broadband is terrible, but he says, Phil, can you nip out and sort the LCFC live stream out for Wednesday? I actually want to watch the match. Well, Terry, luckily I was there. I was at Notts County, so there was no problem with that. Lots to talk about Notts County. Lots of good points. A few not so good points maybe. I am going to get on my horse later on about a couple of things from Notts County. But if you were at the match or did manage to watch it, hello to Mike, hello to Jake. A up my duck to Lee Marie. A up my duck indeed, how are you? And Neil Bennett, A up to you as well. Don Cole watching in America, glad you are here. Don't forget, click on that link. Tom can't join us tonight. He says he's still travelling back. Work getting in the way, Tom. It's no good, Tom. I keep telling you. Karen is all the way from US of A. So, what do we want to talk about tonight? You put in the comments here. I'll put them on screen. I'm going to chuck a few things out there. I've been a little bit naughty maybe in the comments section today and said, what do we think to the net spend that Leicester have done? If you add up the 4 players we've signed, I believe it's about 58 million. If you want to chuck Diabate in there from January, that makes it exactly 60 million pounds, which happens to be exactly what we got for Riyad Mahrez. So you could argue in the last 6 or 7 months, as a club, we have invested absolutely 0 pence net into the team. Now, I'm being a bit naughty by asking that question, but what do we think? Don is asking about Maguire. Yes, of course, we're going to talk about Harry Maguire. Imtiaz is saying, where's the... I can't even say... Imtiaz, can you say it better than me? The Jahan Bakish deal gone. Oh, terrible. Anyway, I've got people joining me. I'm going to add them in. I've got Lee Chappie and I've got Neil already clicked on the link. Let's add them in. Hi to Lee, first of all. How are you? I think we should all say congratulations, Leo. I think you've put it out there now, haven't you? You've just had a new baby. Tiring work having a second kid. You've had a little foxette, I believe. Is that right? Well, Lee, here we go, people. Let's 100% LCFC is about to name Lee Chappie's new child. Now keep it clean, any of you naughty people out there. Lee... Anybody wants to put in the comments a name for Lee's kid, feel free. Congratulations anyway, Lee, from us all at 100%. Neil, how are you? Fantastic. And we've got Reese's joining us as well. It's a bumper crop. Like I say, more and more people. We want loads of fans to join us. That's great. Reese, how are you? Yeah, I'm good, Reese. Can you hear us all right? Fantastic. Right, now, I'm going to just, before I come to you, chaps, I'm going to see what people have been putting in the comments. Let's get some. Simon, here's one for you, Lee. Simon says call her Jamie. Or Vicky the Vixen. Imtiaz is saying, how about Marianne as a name for the baby? That sounds quite sensible. Karen is suggesting Karen. And somebody's asking me if I want a McFlurry. Yes, I'll have a McFlurry. Thank you, whoever that is. Connor is saying call her Izetta. Yeah. Anyway, right. Loads and loads of comments coming in. Elsie is a great name, apparently. Yeah, how about that? Elsie. Lee. Elsie. It's a shame because obviously LCFC, that'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? You only just got it, Lee. Come on. Right, now, listen, waiting for people to put in there. Lots of great names coming in for you, Lee, there for you to look about. What? Let's start with Neil. Did you see any of the Notts County game, Neil? No, this. And it was all right. I'm going to come to you now, Reese. Did you, Reese? So I hope you saw a bit of the Notts County game. The stream wasn't good, apparently, for a lot of people. But what were your thoughts on it, Reese? Yeah, and Lee, again, we'll try and let you go quickly, Lee. What were your thoughts on the Notts County game? You probably didn't see it because I believe, Lee, were you were in a delivery room? Well, let me tell you, I was there. I thought it was pretty decent. There was a few highlights. The biggest highlight, really, was Madison. He was, in my books, watching him live. So not just watching him with the ball, but watching him off the ball. He was really, really hungry for it, and I'd like to see what people's comments were on Madison, because from watching him live, he looked. A few people have said, "Oh, he's a baller," or young David Beckham. I could see why people are liking him to a young David Beckham, chaps. Neil, it looks like a great signing, Madison. Lee, have you seen anything much of him? Yeah, Reese, you managed to get a good look at him, I think. What were your views on Madison? Are you pleased? He's young. I think is he 21? 21, I think. So for me, Madison was a great signing. Don's come in there and said Ulloa's pass to Slimani was a volley of a great cross, was amazing. Oh, to be fair, Don, with those of us who were at the match were a little bit perplexed as why in the first half we were playing with no striker, and then in the second half we were playing with both the big strikers on. Neil, you're laughing. What did you think to that tactics? No, let's chaps. Let's just slightly change tact a bit here. Let's. I'm going to come to you, Reese. Lot of rumours today, in particular, about Harry Maguire. I'm interested that a lot of Leicester fans' comments, I think, are being a bit blinkered, saying, Harry will stay with Leicester. We'll make him this big offer and he'll stay. Um, he's just had a pretty darn good World Cup and he's got some of the big boys starting to sniff around him. I'm going to ask the same question, but Reese, let's start with you. What do you think on Harry Maguire? Yeah, Neil, what are your views? Yeah, you're confidently. I'll read out a few of the fans' comments. Anthony Howard. Anthony was going to come on tonight, I believe, but the link for some reason couldn't get it to work. He says hopefully we'll give him a new contract. Um, Anthony Lowe says Harry Maguire's under contract, end of, unless he goes and stays at least Midlands Airport for a bit. Lee is saying dream on. Um, again, David, yeah, we've seen this rumour saying there's talk we're trying to sign Cahill, which would be a bit of a strange one for me. Lee, yeah, yeah, no, yeah, I mean, I'm. You think so, Lee? You think this is just media stirring things up? There was an interesting quote from Maguire where he was talking about his ambition and wanted to play at the top level, especially after this was a quote after the World Cup and him saying he's had a great World Cup and he does want to play at the highest level. Now you could interpret that he wants to play at the highest level with Leicester, Reese. Is it? I'm going to say. Well, no, I would say it's not. Lee. I would say the Champions League, in most players' eyes, is the highest level now. Oh yeah, but he's just done the World Cup. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So here's my next question to you: Is if um, we've sold Riyad Mahrez for 60 million and bought 60 million pounds worth of players, Reece, do you think that's good enough, or do you expect to see a bit more, Reece? Yeah, Neil, what are your views on this? Net spend of zero. The transfer window shuts. What do you say, Reece? Morgan Morgan did get caught out on Saturday by Notts County. Their first goal was Morgan not keeping up with the play, and that's what's their League Two players. I know it's the first game. Before um, Lee, what are your overall views? Like, I'm going to slightly change the question to you, Lee. I'm going to put you on the spot. Lee, who do you think you would get rid of very quickly? The players who we've got in at the moment, Ujoa, Slimani, who Yeah, I mean, Anthony Howard says here, don't spend for spending's sake. Look how it ended for Everton. Um, yeah, although didn't Everton finish higher than us? Is that they spent a lot of money? I mean, my argument or my thought with this, guys, is I'm being a bit naughty by saying we haven't spent any money net, but my thought is the club earn a tremendous amount of money from sponsorship deals, TV. There's a lot of money coming into the club. I know there's a lot of wages going out, but I think I've just written down here. I did do a bit of research. West Ham have got a net spend this summer transfer window of 90 million. I'm not saying that's brilliant, to spend that much money. Brighton have got a net spend of 36 million. Huddersfield have got a net spend of 46, and Southampton 50 million. So yes, I agree. But they have all sold players, Lee, that make their net. No, I agree. I'm being naughty. I told you that. I am being naughty by asking that question. But I'm just saying. Yeah. Gaz, Gaz Fox is spot on there where he says, don't forget, we've got a new training complex coming and stadium expansion to factor in. So, they're building not just a team, but they're building off the pitch, aren't they? And again, Lee Marie is. Well, my logic, I'll ask Reese's. My logic is neither of them. Nobody's going to replace Mahrez. I think we're going to play a different formation. I tell you, Madison is going to be great. But this time next year, my prediction is this time next year will be saying why, somebody's coming in for Madison. Neil, what do you think about replacing Mahrez? Yeah, Reese, your thoughts on replacing Mahrez? Yeah, Lee. I think that's what I think that's what we are going to do. Let's hope we do keep Maguire, and then I think Evans, and I still think Morgan's got that role in a back three. I think Morgan will be all right. Myself, Lee Clayton says, "Hi Lee, thanks for watching." Still says, "Do you know?" Oh, is he? Well, he says, "I get Thorgan. I don't know Torgan Hazard in to replace Mahrez. I think that's sort of the player you're talking about, Reese, isn't it? No. Um, yeah, I mean, there's been a few other rumours, hasn't there? Amati to I think Stoke, a few players going out. There was quite a few on Saturday. It was quite interesting to see that many players and then think we're missing 10 World Cup players. And you really think, I think, was it Darnell Johnson? He was right in front of us at right back, had a decent game. Tom Elder, is it? Looked all right. Chowdhury, I thought, played more than decent. Now I am gonna have a bit of a moan, guys. I know none of you were at the match, but I want to know what I was there. There's 3,700 other Leicester fans, which was absolutely fantastic away support. I'm going to say before kick-off, I've been to pre-season matches before. Before kick-off, you normally get a bit of banter with the players because it's that sort of relaxed atmosphere. There was none of that this time. After the match, only Andy King came over. Oh, Christian Fuchs gave a bit of a wave, as did Ulloa a little bit of a wave. But I've got to be fair with you guys. I was really, I was really annoyed. I'm back. I'm back. No, I'm here. I'm here. Can you hear me? I was about to say, I was really annoyed at the end that none of the players really came over and said, cheers for coming to a pre-season friendly. It just tells me, I don't know what it tells me. What do you think to that, Reese? Do you think, go, go on, Lee. What, the Andy King thing? Well, I've got a feeling it was because there was a camera right there. Not, I didn't notice that at the time, but I was right in front of where I was standing, so I filmed it because it was a nice gesture. But it just, I guess I'm being a bit bitty, but I just feel to go on a hot Saturday, spend some money. It'd be nice if the players just gave you a wave or just came over and they can hear us shouting from when they're warming up. It'd just be nice to get a little bit of interaction. So I don't know if I'm just getting old and cynical, but I was a bit annoyed. I'm gonna let's read out a few comments, see if people think I'm being a mardy old git. Um, yeah, Anthony Lowe says, "Did anybody see Dibati jumping off the team bus?" I did. That was funny. The reason Don King's agreeing, saying the Andy King was a publicity stunt. Sean is actually agreeing with me. Ryan is saying you can't tell much from a pre-season. James saying, to me, it looks like it was a PR stunt by the club. Wasn't coincidence. It was videoed by the LCFC media team. Yeah. What do you mean? Did Yeah, I mean, Simon says here. Simon says it happens most games these days, not just friendlies. Again, Simon, I know it does, but I just say as a fan, it wouldn't hurt if they turned around a little bit and just said, we acknowledge you've been here. We are talk about the gulf sort of dividing. Lee saying pre-season is a waste of money. I don't think it was a waste of money. There was some really good banter there. The Leicester fans were in great form. Quite a lot of beer being drunk before and after and during. I was down on the concourse at half time and the Notts County stewards had to chuck us all out because people were just drinking instead of going and watching the game. But it was good fun. Anyway, we've got about a minute left before Love Island. We're all excited. I can hear you, Reese. Reese, we've got. Let's start with you, Reese. I'm going to ask you the same question to all of you. We've got two matches this week in Austria, which we'll obviously be trying to cover. What are your thoughts on? I think the World Cup players are going to be back. Are you expecting to see a much stronger team, Reese? Yeah, I believe somebody's told me we've turned down 12 million today for him, but all rumours. Neil, a good little workout this week, shouldn't it be, in Austria? I think, Lee, your thoughts on this week's matches? Yeah, I think they are, and I think Puel learns a lot from seeing how the players are. Um, it's going to be interesting. I think we play Udinese as well, which is they're a top-notch Italian side, so that's not going to be easy. Thanks. I'm going to say thanks to all you guys before I read out the final comment. So thanks, Reese. Thanks, Neil. And Lee, thank you. Are you going live on Wednesday night, Lee? And of course, hopefully, Lee, you'll be finishing off, maybe picking a winner for your baby's name competition. I'll bet she is. All right, thanks, chaps. I'll see you soon. Cheers, pals. Right, so let's read. Let's. Anthony Howard is saying Did you see about Drinkwater? Yes, there's been lots of chat about Drinkwater. Lee is saying up the LCFC. Andrew is saying have the World Cup players back will give us a better idea of what the future holds and where the new players fit in. I totally agree with you there, Andrew. Imtiaz is probably saying what we all think. Puel is the most boring manager I've ever seen in my life. Lol. I think he's not Mr. Excited. Hey, look, if he gets us in that top 6, 7, and cup final, something like that, we'll all be singing your praises. Give us a starting 11 a bit quick. Cool, Ryan. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? We didn't even chat about Casper, did we? There's been so many rumours about Casper. Jakubovic did all right on Saturday. He looks all right. And then we've got this Danny Ward. Can't believe we've signed a 12 million keeper to be third or even second choice. So my twitching is saying that he could be number one if Casper was to go. Who knows? Musa hopefully to get another chance to shine, says Jason Clare. Yeah, why not? We own him. Let's give a chance to him. Steve S is saying so many conspiracy theories. Yeah, you're right, there is. Yeah, Sean, this is what I'm saying, Sean. We pay the money to go. It won't hurt them to acknowledge the fans. That was really what I was saying is just all they had to do was turn around for like 10 seconds and give us a clap or something like that. You know, that's perhaps what we're doing. Again, I'm perhaps remembering back to days gone past at pre-season friendlies where I remember being at one where players like Steve Guppy would come over and have a good old, they'd have a five-minute chat with the fans because they were stood there doing a bit of a warm-up. It was, you know, a chance for that. I'd even remember players doing that during, you know, before and after a match. You know, proper. I'm just old school. Myron saying, without Mahrez, 60% of Vardy's game is now gone. It's a great, interesting point. But if you've seen Maddison, I think you might change your mind. He's a different type of player, but Maddison is definitely going to be putting those balls in. Trust me, I think Maddison is great. So thank you for everybody who's watching. Lee is saying, oh, yes, let me get this up. Lee Chappie is saying, don't forget he's live on Wednesday at 8:30. Now that'll be after, because the next game is 5 o'clock. It is live on lcfc.com if they can get the stream going. Lee will be live after that, which will be great. So check in with him. Ian is saying, I think we need to give Puel games with the players we brought in. Definitely. I don't think anybody should be jumping on the Puel out if we've lost the first 4 or 5 games. I think you've got to give him a chance. Andrew says here, look, one pre-season in, we won massive positive with the young players we have. The club's not just the first team, it's all of the teams, and the youth look quality. I agree. I think the youth do look quality. I think you're right. It was good to see, as I say, some of those youngsters, Darnell Johnson, Tom Elder. Chowdhury's only just made the first team at the end of the season, and that was only because we loaned everybody out. But he looked good. Took a good goal. He looks like a player out there, Chowdhury does. If I'm honest, I'm liking a lot more out of what I see out of Maddison than Silva. I'm probably liking Chowdhury a little bit more than Iborra. I don't know. If you're asking me, and then Diddy obviously wasn't there. And I'm an Andy King fan. I don't think he's the best ever, but I would definitely keep Andy King. While we're on Andy King, we ran a poll. I'm just going to put 68%. I'm typing this in. Keep. 68% of fans said keep Andy King in our poll. There seems to be a vocal amount of people in the comments saying Andy King is this and Andy King is that, but 68% of fans said keep him as a squad player, I think most would say. But for me, that's what it would be. Pete Waller says, yes, Maddison will get the balls in. Myron saying there's giving the bloke a chance. I think you're referring to Puel, but he does not know his best team. Stephen says, needs to spend more if we want to be up there with the big boys. Anthony saying Chowdhury looks like a real life FIFA player. He does. He looks like some sort of Brazilian football player. Lee is very optimistic for this season, as am I, Lee. Definitely. We've not even got into predicting where we think we're going to... I'm reading Simon's comment. He says, surely Craig Levein was the dullest ever manager. Well, yeah, I was going to say David Pleat was dull, but he wasn't dull. It was just terrible. Ryan is saying Chowdhury looks composed beyond his years, which I agree. Imtiaz is saying, I like Iborra, regardless of who else we have, just calm and collected. I agreed. And AD is saying as long as we finish higher than Wolves, that's great. I forgot to do a Wigo because Wigo was watching earlier. I don't know if you still are. Wigo, if you're watching, put in the comments as ever. Tell us which McDonald's you're in, Wigo. Make King your coach. He's not that old, you know. He's not that old. Chowdhury needs to be nurtured. Play him in the cup games this season. Let's not push him too quick. Yeah, maybe. Could be Leicester's season. Here's Hopey again, says Diana. And Lee, somebody at 100% is saying Mark McGee is one of the boringest managers. Some of these I can't put on screen. Andy King, definitely keep him in the backroom staff. I think we're about there. Oh my God. The big news. I'll put it on the screen now. Love Island has started. We have to finish. We've overrun. I'll let you all go. I know that's what you want to watch. I can see the viewers are dropping off now. So see you all soon for more 100%. So from me, reading your comments. Thanks everybody who's been watching. And as ever, thank you to all the sponsors who help us. The guys at the Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzas, Everard's with Tiger Beer, ADT Taxis, and Hologram. There's all the advertising. Thanks for all those guys who help bring us a bit of the... They help get us all this content, all this technical stuff that we have to do. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Anyway, off you all go. Go and watch Love Island and see you soon. Good luck to the Foxes in Austria this week. From me, 100% LCFC Phil. See you all soon.